style, and Kazakhstan for once had nothing to offer.
Well, we hope you're entertained watching that. There's no time to rest though. We're on to the next Cup semi-final. It's the hosts, China, who have been head and shoulders in this tournament. They're going to face Thailand, and we can tell you now they're not going to find it easy against a fired up Thai side. And China, there are too many stars in this side to really, just look at them all. But number 7, Chen Kai-yi, leading point scorer of the tournament, flanked by Yang Fei-Fei, Yang Wen-yu. They can go the length of the field, as can several other of these Chinese players. And then looking over at Chichinuk in number 7, Utamporn has been standout for mine for Thailand, hard-working, but they have pace and they are tenacious and they tackle harder than anybody else, and we are in for a big one here, Jed.
Well, what a game, and greetings to everybody watching down in the Kingdom of Thailand. Sawadee. Well, I'm still buzzing over the result of that last game. Youth and enthusiasm of Hong Kong overwhelming the strength and power of Kazakhstan and now China. And when you looked at that opening lineup, Boos, it was like, well, Coach Horan's taken the long stick to Thailand, but it's a bit of respect for these ladies from the kingdom to be stepping out an opening 7 of that calibre. He obviously wants to be absolutely point blank sure that Thailand get it right on the nose early, because otherwise they are a team that'll just pick away and blast away and nip away. They can be very, very dangerous. Now they've got the scoring ability. Well, this is going to be an interesting matchup. China have to get away and get on top very smartly.
Referee Tavita Roccoverini from Fiji gets us underway here, and you see Sean Horan just watching on there, and yeah, that's a good steal, appealing to referee Roccoverini there. I've done enough, haven't I? And look at the feistiness of the Thai players. You watched games like that one before, giant killers Hong Kong, and you think, we're up against Thailand now. Anything can happen, really. It just reminds you that Sevens is about just 14 minutes. But there's Wang Wen-yu. Here's Chen Kai-yi. She's up against Chichinuk, and she's given her the brush off. And how good is that from Chen Kai-yi? We called her out, and Chichinuk, no easy beat, but she's just swatted her pass there, and there's a smile. 4th try of the tournament, leading point scorer. She is all class.
Well, that's exactly what the coach would have been hoping for. That's exactly what he would be hoping for. Great score. And as you look at those closing pictures, viewers, you'll see converging defenders from Thailand heading in there at breakneck speed. They're not scared of getting in the mix. China, head coach Sean Horan. Well, they're breaking out the crowd.
There's a crowd. We're on an island in the middle of a river with 10 universities on it. This is the University Sports Centre of Guangzhou, and we were wondering when some of the supporters might start to find their voice, and now Sean Horan takes a breath. They've got the first 5 on the board. Now Thailand with a chance. And they've won a penalty. And they're not the sort of team that will just finish one off from their own half. They'll work their way downfield, putting together the phases, and they'll muscle their way. But 1-0 to Chen over Chichinuk at the moment. 2 sevens. Here goes Utamporn. She's been at the centre of everything. A new lease of life under coach Raikenbula. Firing out of the line comes Yu Li Ping. Really attacking the ball there, isn't she? She's got eyes only for the ball. Eventually they drag it to ground. You're way behind the gain line, and that red line is rapidly approaching them. They get no time to think or act. Chichinok, okay, no sweeper. There's a change. Chen Yi chugging back for that as we see some of the supporters. And well done. Fortunate there for Thailand. Just changing things up again, but they forced the error. They'll have a scrum still in their own half though.
Well, tense time, isn't it? Tense moments. 3 minutes deep. And the old break in case of emergency cheer squad is, I don't know where they've come from, but they've arrived.
Rental Mob is here and good on them, supporting their side. It's the Olympics after all.
It's good to hear them.
But look at this pressure, they're just trying to suffocate the Thai, and that's just, wow, they nearly get the lucky bounce. Chen has to flop on it. That's a couple of kicks we've seen. Here's Wang Wenyu. Oh, look at the low tackle, beautifully around the ankles by Wanari. They just hold on to position. Probing is Yang Fei Fei, one of the leading try scorers of the Asia Rugby 7 series this year. She has a peak and she has the gas, and that is very intelligent rugby from Yang Fei Fei. 10 tries in the series, and cool as a cucumber goes over for try number 2.
Look at this, we look. Starter just put the heels on the ground, and then the pace and away. And it's the little bits of that under the pressure that you glean from experience on the World Series, bring it back.
Brilliant try, converted 12-0. And I'm not sure the tactic is right from Thailand yet with the 2 kicks. They got one back through a fortuitous knock-on, but
they're being neutralised pretty smartly, aren't they? They've been analysed. It's first receiver. All the pressure's going on there. It's cutting, neutralising that attack from Thailand pretty effectively.
That's a magical restart. It's on the money. Butsaya takes it under pressure. Thailand now, they haven't really fired a shot. Here we go with the kick again. Utamporn. And they're tracking back. Wan Wanyu. No, it's Yuli Ping. I just don't think Thailand has the pace to genuinely win back the kick. Here's Wan Wanyu with the show and go. Love the skills of this player. She really got a toolbox full of tricks. And Chen Yi goes looking, searching on that straight line. Doesn't get it. Has to come in and rescue the ball on the ground. Yan Min. Wan Wanyu, and now the Thais are coming up straight, and they forced an error. Good defence by Thailand, giving China a taste of their own medicine there. And as we approach the final minute, they need to get on the board here, Jed.
They certainly do need to get on the board, but isn't it interesting? You know, for many, many seasons it looked like, well, the aspect of Thai play that was most ruthless was their defence. They have courage and space. They are very, very tough customers. You don't often see any trouble when the Thais are on the field.
It's a quick heel. It's nice. It's clean. They've got some space here at last, and they get bottled backwards though. They're going to just probe, and they've lost about 20 metres. And a wall of red shirts there, and they win the penalty. They want to tap and go quickly through Ratanaporn, and where they back, Yan Fei Fei misses the first one. Good little run there. Look at the pressure from Yan Fei Fei, and my word, they've won that ball back. Right on the stroke of half time, Yuli Ping takes on 2, tries to get the arms free. Yang is there to help. But Saya tries to crack at it. The hoot is gone, but they want more points. They want some blood. The crowd urging them on, and here goes the speedster Chen. Chugging back, it's 3-on-1. She gets a toe to it. Ratanaporn's been outgunned. Chen, just a little dribble. She get the bounce. Oh,
I think that's a try.
She's interfered with on the way to the ball.
Well, I think that could be a try, and if it is, that's some sensational work. That's an individual skill. That's an individual brilliance.
It might just be a penalty try if it's not a regular try. She was interfered with, but Chen, she did well to come back return a pawn.
Just a touch, yeah, that's good. Got the ball tumbling. Oh, what about that one,
That's
referee?
amazing. Yeah, incredible scenes. Great shots from the crew here. And let's have another look. Tavita Roccoverini. Can he award the third try of the match to China?
Well, if he does, that's a heartbreaker for Thailand. But for China, I just can't get over the pace of this woman.
I think that's a try, isn't it?
Surely.
Handball, grass, all at the same time. Yeah. And we've got one right up here in the commentary box. Third try there. And it was Chichinuk that came back at Chen. So the Sevens having a good battle. It's 2 up to Chen Kayi over Chichinuk. They can't convert. It's 17-0 at half time here. There she is, Chen Kayi. She's absolutely, for me, the best woman on the tour when Nakamura's not around. So 17-0, exciting stuff. The winner of this will face Hong Kong in the Cup final later today at 4:30 p.m. local time. The loser will play Kazakhstan in the third and fourth playoff at 4:04 locally.
Gee whiz, we've seen some action in the second bracket of games today. It's been absolutely phenomenal. China out to a 17-point lead over Thailand. I seriously thought Thailand had a game to, or has the game, to put China under pressure. But they've shown it to be otherwise. They're absorbed any pressure. They've neutralised Thailand's strengths and abilities. And they've come away with 3 unanswered tries. On the other side of the dice, though, Thailand, coached by an Olympian, a silver medalist, a New Zealand Sevens player, and I'd say Lottie Ruckman-Buller, well, he'll have more than one trick up his sleeve. What will be the remedy? Is there a silver bullet remedy? Not entirely sure. Hard to know, but still fascinating to watch. What an entertaining afternoon.
Yeah, the sun's out, the crowd's down here finally, and just blistering Sevens rugby. What's been interesting about this Chinese campaign is that there's usually just each game, 1 or 2 different players will stand up and just almost carry the team and just do the finishing. We saw number 1, Liu Yang, in the last pool game score a hat-trick. We saw Chen Kayi with a hat-trick yesterday, and then we saw players like Yan Fei Fei and Wang Wang Ru. They lift themselves, and there's plenty of shoulders to carry the load. And it's almost like any one of those 7 players on the field could go full length. Thailand don't have the luxury of those riches. They got to work a bit harder for their successes, and that's what they're going to do. Chen takes it on the full. Sorry, it's not Chen, and that's a really good restart from Thailand to put pressure on the take. So they'll get an early line out in the second half. They've got to score 3 times. It's a big ask.
It's a massive ask. And they're going up at 2 by the look of it.
Yeah. Telegraph that one. And it's second bite of the cherry. They're going to win it back though. Came off China. It's good work by Betty Kwok there, not insisting on taking it on the mark. This time they get it right. Let's get on with the game. We've seen them kick away too much possession, and now they're passing away possession. Wang Wang Yu can't get away. Piamat just holds on to her, and look at them now. Look at the speed from Yan Fei Fei. The acceleration. Chen, Chichinuk against Chen. Chen and Chichinuk. Chen, she's over for another. And that's 3 for Chen. And each time at the mercy of Chichinuk. And what a knock she's having. Incredible stuff. And they've just gifted it, Jed.
The referee took a gutser in the background as well, but got up in time to get down there Yeah, check it out. Oh, they've started the second half well. You can't be too much left in Thailand. Sense a knockout coming. Don't seem to be broken in spirit, but the way that China are putting together a performance here, there's not much they can do about it, I don't think.
There are just too many threats to D up against. You've got to D up against the position, not the player, but here she is, Chen. Just blinding. But it was Wang Wanyu with the intercept. She couldn't get away. She freed the ball up. And look at that as well. Chen's put it on a dime. They've overrun it, unfortunately. They're going to get it back, though, through the knock-on. So more pressure for Thailand. And I don't think there's a way back here. 4 scores required in 4.5 minutes. What possession they've had, they've gifted it away just too cheaply. Back to China. Look how wide and deep China are. They've got the passes to get across the full pitch with just 3 and really good harrying work there from Thanachborn. She's done well. Very competitive around the base of the scrum there. On comes Chayatip. Off comes Piamat for Thailand. Wouldn't it be great to see a couple of quick hands get this out to Chichinuk and let her have a crack at Chen on the far side. Have to win the scrum first, of course. The shove comes in from China. They get it away. Can they get it out to Chichinuk quickly? And Wang Wanyu there led the charge on defence. And it's been stolen in the tackle. Gu Yao Yao, like a thief in the night. She's picked the pocket. And a 5th try for China. We need to have a look at this again in slow-mo to see how the pocket was picked. 4th try of the tournament. She's stepping up as well. And to convert her own try from out in front, no problem. Adds the extras. Yeah, let's have a look here. Oh, yeah. Beautifully done. Well, as the song goes, you've got to pick a pocket or two, son. You've got to pick a pocket or two. 29-0. Well, we didn't see this coming. We thought something a little bit closer. And there's a rear error. I think Chen Kai-Yi is off now and Yan Mei Ling is on in her place. There is Chen there, 3 tries to her name. Sitting right on top of the point scoring list for this weekend. Without peer at the moment, Thailand just struggling to get an inch out of this Chinese defence. Using up so much energy on defence, Thailand. What have they got left in the tank? 2 minutes remain. They know it's gone, I think. They're in no rush. They've come up blank here so far. China are bolstered by this home crowd and bolstered by their own abilities at the moment. And here we go, Wang Wanyu gets on the outside. They're not going to catch her. Oh, hang on, there's a sweeper. Oh, great tackle around the ankles by Ratanaporn, and beautifully done, but it's still China. Yu Li Ping with the straight flat ball. The defence is switched on though. Yan Mei Ling at the back, fishes it out and coming around the corner. Here we go to Yu Li Ping. Oh, what happened? Just squeezed out of one and eyes up. Liu Yang, second time of the match, we've seen them just snipe around the blind side, and she she's putting together quite a CV of tries this tournament as well. 4th for her. And well, it's just mind-blowing. It's just blistering from China.
Well, they're facing an opponent that was proving to be a bit of a concern, China, as Thailand entered this competition. And Thailand proved through the opening day that they were indeed someone to watch, and they came out earlier this morning and sent the flare up that said, righto, you better be ready. And China have been ready all right. China was 100% ready for this, and they've let it all go. And the Kingdom has taken it right on the nose here, unfortunately. For the Thailand fans, me included, you've got to tip your hat to China. This is as good a win as you can get in this tournament, and this is as good a performance as we've seen from them all year.
The Hooter has gone 34-0. They've just not been able to answer any questions, Thailand. Haven't helped themselves a little bit by giving possession away, but they were just being suffocated by that direct and expedient red defensive line.
And credit where it's due. You wouldn't have talked about China and Thailand in the same breath 12 months ago.
Now they're surging forward, and perhaps they need an injection of players over the next season or two themselves. Carrying the same team for a while gives them familiarity, but China there right to the end there, defending as though their lives depended on it. Eager to keep Thailand out. It's a shutout, it's a blowout. 34-0 here. And the fans, they've come along for the pointy part of the day. And we saw an emphatic game beforehand, Hong Kong pipping Kazakhstan, but China 34-0. That is very, very impressive.
Well, that answers a lot of questions about where China's head's at. And Sean Horan, the coach, he would be absolutely delighted with the way his charges have come out of the blocks on this vitally important fixture here this afternoon. Day 2, and China just, well, they were so sharp. And they entertained that home crowd massively as they deconstructed Thailand just with, well,